Woody Harrelson, ladies and gentlemen. Woody, thanks for being here.
Thank you, John.
I have a quick question for you. Actually, it's a long, stretched out question.
Okay, we're good.
But a guy with a career
time.
like yours, you've done, extreme comedy, you've done great serious drama. When you come to something like Hunger Games and a character like Haymitch, what is it to you that jumps out that goes that, yeah, I'd like to add this to my body of work?
Yeah. Well, a big part of it was the desire to work with Gary Ross.
All right.
And that was prior to having read the books. That was my initial interest, and then I read the books, and I said, "Oh, these are amazing books." And it was, it was after I kind of signed on to it that I really found out what a phenomenon it is, But I also look at it like just one of the most interesting, imaginative projects, as well as, the part being, kind of a fun part, play Haymitch.
When you talked about Gary Ross, what was he like as a director to finally work with?
Oh, he's a dream director. He really is. He's great. I mean, he has a very, strong sense of what is required of the scene, and yet inside of that he is open to ideas, and always kind of there's a level of playfulness on the set that's kind of cool, and I just love him as a human being. He's an extraordinary guy.
Now, before we came in here, we got online. We have a couple million followers on Facebook and Twitter, and we asked them if there's anything they wanted to ask you in particular. And Irana Friara asked, to Woody Harrelson, as Katniss's and Peeta's mentor, you had to give them advice for survival. Did you at any time during shooting have a chance to sit down and give advice in acting to Josh and Jennifer?
What's her name again? Ina?
Yeah, Iara Faria.
Iara Faria. Okay, well, Iara, I did not give any advice. That they both seem to be great, capable actors, and far be it from me to try to give advice in that category, as well as in the category of how to handle your career. I figured I'd spare them that little tutorial. So.
Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier, you've had such a diverse career, but as I look over the films you've done, I don't know if you've had the opportunity yet to walk into a film that already has such a high degree of pre-existing expectation and fan excitement. Did that make any difference for you, or does that add extra pressure? Does that make it easier for you in some way?
Yeah, you kind of gotta not think about that stuff when you're preparing or when you're performing. If you think to yourself, a zillion people are gonna see this, this is a weird way to work. You gotta definitely shut that out.
Working with Jennifer,
because most movies I do, at least 25, 30 people see them. But that's not quite as daunting.
Have you had a chance to sit back and actually see the film, or at least partially finished film yet?
No, I haven't seen anything. I saw a little bit of a scene I did some looping for day before yesterday, but no, I'm just curious to see it as everyone else is.
Listen, Woody, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to us. We are really excited to have the Hunger Games on AMC screens, and we can't wait to see you in it.
Hey, Sean, my pleasure, man.
Thanks a lot.